Well, painting a helmet can be really fun, but if you're going to start off, you want to find maybe a cheap helmet or one that you don't use very much. You're going to need blue painter's tape, you're going to need a 100 grit sponge, a 300 grit sponge, and 400 grit wet or dry sandpaper for finishing work. For cleaning, you're going to want to use canned air and some rubbing alcohol and a fine sponge or cloth for final cleaning. You want a fast drying spray paint that sets up quickly, for plastics preferably. First, you're going to want to remove your face shield to get the helmet ready. Shiny surface is what you're trying to remove, so step one, you're going to want to start with your 100 grit sanding sponge to scuff the surface up. Step 2, you're going to want to use your 300 grit sanding sponge and start getting into the crevices and really start cleaning the helmet up. Make sure you're getting as much of the detail of the helmet as you possibly can. This will make for a much better finishing job. Step 3, you're going to use your 400 grit smoothing for final surface preparation. And step 4, you want to clean the helmet. You can first start by removing all of the initial dust by blowing it all out with your air duster, and then you want to take your rubbing alcohol and a fine cloth to get any of the residual dust particles that are left over on the helmet. Step 6 is probably going to be the most difficult part of the job, where you're going to have to take the painter's tape and seal up all the cracks and crevices, particularly the switches that open and close the vents. Anything you don't want to get paint on, you want to be mindful of covering up. In step 7, you're going to inspect the helmet carefully just to make sure there's anything that you missed while taping the helmet up, because you want to have it properly sealed when it's ready for painting. I chose to cover up the DOT sticker so that in case it needs to be exposed for legal reasons, it's probably proper to have that covered so that when you remove the tape, it's still there. When you're painting the helmet, you want to hold the can approximately 18 inches from the helmet. Also, obviously, you'd want to use a well-ventilated area. When you're painting, use a gentle sweeping back and forth motion to give the helmet an even coat of paint. This makes for a much better finished surface, and it keeps the paint from running or sagging. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. You can also now find us on Feed. Just type in #headfirst.
Zone Television is a production of Zone Television and Zone Television Media. Resistance is futile.